Ask the question as to how strong Jiren really is. I'm ViperX.
And I'm MrB.
And we are here to give you the facts.
Hi guys, me and Viper, we are avid Dragon Ball fans. And we enjoy the show so much. We was watching it since we was both kids. And it's just been a big part of our childhood. Since we are sort of self-proclaimed Dragon Ball experts in our local community, a lot of people ask us the question, how strong is Jiren? How strong is Jiren is the question that we are going to answer for you today.
We finally get to see his strength in episode 109 and 110, where the god of destruction from Universe 11, Belmont, orders Jiren to crush Son Goku. Jiren unleashes his terrifying ki, which devastated many fighters in the Tournament of Power. Even Beerus was incredibly shocked. Goku, knowing it will be a difficult fight, puts Jiren's power to the test by slowly powering from Super Saiyan 1 and 2, then Super Saiyan God. Lastly, Son Goku decides that this was not enough to push Jiren seriously and reveals Super Saiyan Blue.
Those are a lot of valid points, Viper. A few things that I'm gonna add on to that. So we know that Goku, obviously, he respects Jiren as a fighter. We know that he powered up from Super Saiyan 1 all the way to Super Saiyan Blue. And that was just to test Jiren. That was stated by Krillin. Krillin stated that Goku's respect for Jiren is as high as his admiration for his abilities as well. So we also know that yes, Beerus was shocked, but that was only because he knew that he could sense Jiren's power being stronger than Belmont's itself. And as stated in the anime, it does say that on fighting ability alone, Jiren is stronger than his God of Destruction. And that is the only that we know of to be stronger than a God of Destruction. Obviously there's speculation if Goku to Super Saiyan Blue times 20 Kaioken is stronger than a God of Destruction, but since Jiren is not millions of times stronger than Belmont, we can argue that Goku actually isn't stronger than Beerus at this point in time. That is excluding Ultra Instinct, which will go on another subject.
Some solid point, MrB. The fight between the two strongest fighters in the Tournament of Power continues. Son Goku gets pummeled and wrecked completely by Jiren even after transforming into Kaioken times 10 and Kaioken times 20. Son Goku realizes how strong Jiren is and decided to use his trump card by unleashing the Spirit Bomb, but was still effortlessly outmatched by Jiren.
Yeah, that's definitely true. We know that Jiren allowed Goku to use the Spirit Bomb and gave him as much time as he needed, which could have arguably been used to increase the damage output of the Spirit Bomb because he had as much time as he needed. So that just really goes to show how outclassed Goku was in terms of strength and mental fortitude, because Jiren just said, go ahead, use your biggest, most strongest move on me, I don't care. So yeah, that really depicts how Jiren is that much stronger in that little paragraph of sentences that you put together. So yeah, some solid points there, Viper. On to the next point.
Episode 110, Son Goku survives the Spirit Bomb through his strong willpower and activates Ultra Instincts, which Beerus becomes a little salty. With the power of Ultra Instinct revealed, Son Goku calmly teleports and attacks Jiren, who still managed to dodge it. Son Goku managed to fight evenly against Jiren for a fairly decent amount of time until the support of the Spirit Bomb energy comes to an end. Son Goku ultimately gets blown away by Jiren.
Yeah, this is a very interesting point that you brought up. Obviously, Goku's barrier got broken. We know that. Wiz said, and that's how he was able to activate Ultra Instinct. Beerus looks a bit salty. He's wondering about how can a simple mortal activate it, whilst us gods, we've been trying our whole lives and we still can't get it. But even with all of this power-ups, Beerus being salty, Jiren still don't give a damn. He still fights like he's just looking at it normally. It actually almost looks like Jiren is literally just staring at Goku because his fists are moving that fast. And we see that Jiren's getting knocked back slightly by Goku's Ultra Instinct, but there is not much of a difference. And there is no real proof how much Jiren has actually powered up. I believe he hasn't powered up much at all. His potential is absolutely frightening. So yeah, so he's definitely one to give Universe 7 a run for their money. I mean, someone to get the title of Jiren the Grey doesn't happen so easily. And even with an attack that Goku throws at him, as soon as Goku turned into Ultra Instinct, Jiren still manages to dodge it perfectly, whilst Toppo, or even Dipso for that matter, who is meant to be the fastest fighter of the whole tournament, he should have been able to see Goku, which really separates Jiren from the rest of the universes in that respect. So the part about Goku running out of energy, yeah, that's true. The Spirit Bomb's energy did sort of give way. That's through the heat that they say is given off from his body. Sorry. That's because his energy was completely exhausted from Jiren's fight with him initially. And yeah, so even with a Goku who's absorbed part of Ultra Instinct, because that's what Goku does, he absorbs the forms which we have seen from Battle of the Gods. Jiren just effortlessly held his punch and blasted him away with his ki. So yeah, some really solid points there. And moving on to the next point,
which claims that Jiren is the rumour who is said to be the mortal who is stronger than a god of destruction. There is also a possibility that Jiren could be stronger than Beerus, as he handled Super Saiyan God with ease with just one hand. As Super Saiyan God was used to battle against Beerus, where we stated he was at 70% power at the time in the anime.
Okay, that's a valid point that you've made there. Yeah, going back to the old point of how Jiren is stronger than Belmod, it's been confirmed in the anime, but it's only speculated by Whis No, it's been confirmed in the manga, sorry. Whereas it's only been speculated by Whis in the anime. But there is a real possibility that Jiren could be stronger than Beerus. He did handle Super Saiyan God with just one hand. He probably could have taken the blows to the face as well and just not felt anything. And where Whis did state that Beerus did go 70% against Goku in the anime, it was later retconned by Akira Toriyama himself. But that does not change the fact that Super Saiyan God should be mightier than Jiren, because it is possessing the power of the gods with their ordinary ki against a mortal who hasn't been stated to use god ki. So that could be the animes for the Akira might have made a few mistakes there, but I digress.
Finally, episode 111, Jiren vs Hit. Hit is the legendary assassin from Universe 6, who is arguably the third strongest warrior, as he easily defeats Vegeta back in the Universe 6 vs Universe 7 tournament. Hit repeatedly uses time skip on Jiren, but gets denied and pummeled until Hit reveals his trump card by binding Jiren into a time of cage of time. Jiren gets temporarily disabled but still manages to move, and later on defeating and knocking out Hit.
Yeah, that was an extremely good fight. I mean, I got goosebumps all over. Hit is definitely a legendary assassin, and in my opinion, this may get a few dislikes. He is definitely the third strongest warrior. He did beat Vegeta, although Vegeta had some major training sessions between the Universe 7 and Universe 6 tournament arc and the current arc we're at. Because obviously you have the Zamasu, he has been in the time chamber, and he has had a few years of, maybe a year and a half of experience added onto his own. So with that being said, I'm sure Hit also got a lot of experience. I mean, that move on Jiren, it did stop him for a long while, even though their fighting abilities were like completely interstellar, like apart, you know, between the sun and the earth. And it was a really good move by Hit, and the whole fact that Jiren broke out interdimensional time cage just really shows how powerful Jiren is mentally and physically. So it can be speculated that Jiren is actually Saitama's apprentice based on his power. For any of you One Punch fans out there, yeah. So moving on to summarize all this information, I really do believe we haven't seen Jiren's full power or his full seriousness or the potential that he could unleash. Obviously, Ultra Instinct Omen will be coming in the next episode, and it will be amazing. The fight between Kefura or Kefla? Yes, Kefla, and Ultra Instinct Goku powered up. So yeah, that's definitely a fight to watch for those of you who watch Dragon Ball Super. And yeah, so ViperX, what are your thoughts on what I just said?
In my personal opinion, Jiren is no doubt the strongest in the tournament power. I think Goku has a chance to beat him if he masters Ultra Instinct Omen. How powerful is Jiren? I reckon he's stronger than Beerus. Definitely stronger than Goku for the time being, but in the end, we know that Goku's the main character. He has to win at some point because he's the main character. But without doubt, Jiren is the strongest for the time being at the moment.
Thanks very much, Viper. It's been a pleasure talking about this. I enjoy Dragon Ball a lot, and just talking about it, getting into a good conversation about it gives me great satisfaction. And if any of you guys want to talk to me about Dragon Ball, I'll be more than happy. I mean, I've got Facebook, happy to add me on it, talk about anything you want. It is my YouTube Facebook, so I do advertise my account on there. And yeah, so if you like the video, if you think that we made some valid points, then please like and subscribe. If you don't think we made valid points, then tell us why. You know, give the opinions. I'm always willing to learn. The Viper is always willing to learn. And it's just a great experience with you guys. Thank you very much. And take care. See you next time.